Welcome back, everybody, to the Wave of the World podcast. I am your host, Jacob Bodega. I appreciate y'all for tapping in with me, whether that be via podcast platform or on YouTube. You can find me on both. Big shout out to my Patreon people because they get to watch this live. You can join for as little as $2 a month. I ain't asking for nothing. If you want to support, by all means. If not, and you want to listen for free, that's cool too. I'm not going to hold you to it. What I am going to hold you to, though, there is going to be merch dropping soon. I'm waiting on a couple more designs to come in. And once it gets up and running, I'm going to start doing pre-orders. There's only going to be a few slots. Y'all get your shirts while you can. They're going to be fire. I promise. Speaking of fire, summer's over. And it was the opposite of fire. Summer was trash. All of 2020 is trash. This episode is going to be called The Fall of 2020 because for the Patreon people, this episode is being recorded on Tuesday and the regular people will get it on Thursday. Taco Tuesday. I'm still going to get my tacos. I don't care what season it is. First day of fall. Summer was trash. Well, summer wasn't trash for me. Summer was actually pretty cool for me. Even though, we didn't get to do what we wanted this year, I still feel like overall, it's what everybody needed, mentally, spiritually, physically, whatever, to just all kind of take a break, take a deep breath, just come on, do that with me. It's nice to, just relax and take a breath and step back from things, get a different perspective on different situations that, we all have to handle on a day-to-day. Like I was just telling the Patreon people. Life's crazy, man. You just have to react to whatever's thrown at you, and every day something new is thrown at you. And it may feel like the same thing is being thrown at you, but you have to react to it differently, depending on the situation. I'm going to tell you something that didn't get thrown, the Bobby Shmurda hat. I'm going to kill y'all with these transitions. I've been practicing. Bobby Shmurda got denied parole after 6 years in prison. And if 2020 couldn't get any worse, you just hate to see it. I was excited because I saw people making edited videos of Thor calling his hammer back, and then Bobby Shmurda's hat just was swirling through the galaxy. It was great. I was all here for it. Don't know what the charges are for Mr. Shmurda, but that's gotta suck, kind of, just a little bit. I know there were talks about him getting out towards the end of the year, but just read it on my news source, and I was just like, man, 2020, what are you doing? Come on, baby, give us something. If we can't go outside, at least let Bobby go out and throw the hat one time and hit the dance. I'll still be doing that dance, by the way. Bobby, I'm sorry. You are staying in an enclosed space. But what is not staying enclosed, apparently, there was a, I don't know how to, can't do no transition. Staying closed for Bobby Shmurda, but what is being opened are great white sharks. There was a news article written about divers finding great white sharks washed up on shore because orca whales would attack them for their livers, their hearts, and even their testicles. Now, first things first, you see the water I like water. Don't like the ocean. My conspiracy theory that I have, that I am strongly and firmly behind, is that we have not been to outer space because we can't even go under the ocean. Or not under the ocean. We can't even go to the deepest depths of the ocean and figure out what is in and on our own planet. But this sounds like some Crips versus Bloods, if you ask me. Great white sharks, they may be Republicans. No, the orcas just coming, they trying to take their territory back. Stay up out my reef, cuz, or blood, whichever one. I don't know which one would be which. I'm not gonna put that on anybody. But the orcas, they said when the earth is gonna open up and swallow the evil, like Tupac said. The poor is gonna eat the rich because they're so fat and wealthy and appetizing. That's what I imagined whenever I read this. I was like, oh, they just paying due, because orcas are huge, which is why I have a hard time believing that we can go into outer space and produce very pixelated images when we have devices like laptops and iPhones that take these beautiful pictures. But something that is literally the size of a football stadium can be living on this planet, and we don't even see it. It's just under there. And there's so much more stuff that's under there. Another random water fact that I just know, I don't know why I know it, but lobsters never die. If you've ever, they don't die until they're killed, obviously, but if you've ever been to a restaurant and they have like the giant lobster tail, imagine the animal that came off of. Now, whenever you see like the little lobster tails at, Red Lobster, like obviously those are basically babies compared to the grown men lobster, like the Larry the Lobster from SpongeBob. That's the type size of lobster that comes from that lobster tail. Like, there's just so much about the ocean that I don't know. Like, it seems like it's kill or be killed down there between the lobsters, because once they pinch you, like, it's over. You might as well. You ain't collecting unemployment. You lose your life in that moment. But someone who said that they will kill somebody. This is not me. This is from Fox News. The Costco co-founder told CEO, "I will kill you," following hot dog combo price hike suggestion. I don't know who deserves to be killed over hot dog combos, but this doesn't surprise me. Not in the slightest, because, like I said, Bobby Shmurda's stuck in jail. Orcas and great whites, they got their little clash going on apparently. And now people will literally kill for hot dog inflammation, apparently. First of all, shouldn't you be going to Costco to get food that you are going to cook? Like, Costco is supposed to be like a bulk store item, or a bulk item store, where you go and get things in large quantities because you want to provide for, like a lot of people. If you have a big family, if you're having a get together, you need paper towels, you need plates, you need hot dogs apparently, you need soda, you need all of this. But the co-founder coming at the CEO, I would quit that day. I would be out of work, unemployment. You can take all of them letters from the beginning of my name, because you are not about to threaten my life because I suggested we go from $7.99 to $9.99. You are out of your mind. Also, I don't know if I'm out of my mind for this. I have a little personal dilemma that I'd like to share with the beautiful people listening, watching to the Weight of the World podcast. So I saw Twitter up in arms, which I am on the up in arms side of this, because I just don't feel, I'll present the story and then I'll tell you how I feel. So, a lot of Twitter and Instagram. I saw it on both, even on TikTok. People up in arms over the Cuties show or documentary. I didn't even click on it. Didn't even watch it. I saw the trailer for it and I was like, this is disgusting. About them sexualizing like 11 and 12-year-old girls, basically. And the basis of the show is them, the cheerleaders, seeing what is going on in like the culture and social media and seeing all these like women dancing and women empowerment and everything, and they just recreate those dances. But it's just weird. Like, I watched the trailer and I had to cut it off. Like, I saw a lot of people saying, you know, cancel Netflix, and cancel culture for my generation, I feel like it's like you can't please everyone. I think the show, whatever movie, I don't know what it is, very poor taste. Which is why I'm not watching it, but I don't want to cancel Netflix because they just added shows like Sister Sister and Moesha and Girlfriends. Like, I'm still gonna watch Sister Sister. Like, it's still funny to me. Jackie Harry on Sister Sister is one of the funniest people in that industry for me at that time, which is why I still go back and watch it, because her jokes top tier, promise. But I'm not gonna watch Cuties just because I don't condone that. I'm not gonna cancel a whole platform because they put one thing out that I don't agree with. That's just my opinion. Let me know what yours is in the comments on YouTube. DM me. We could talk about it. I think it's a conversation to be had. I personally think they should just go ahead and take it off of Netflix, but don't work there. Also, I think a lot of early black sitcoms deserve, I don't know if they can win awards. I don't know if shows like Friends or that's really the only one I know, or That 70s Show, I don't know if they won awards, but I feel like some of these shows could, like Fresh Prince of Bel-Air and Martin, maybe Steve Harvey Show, Jamie Foxx Show, they could be in the running. My Wife and Kids was my personal favorite. That's just me. But if they could win awards, it would only add to this list. The only reason I have to say this is because Zendaya, you are my crush. You are my celebrity crush. I'm not like overly obsessed with you. I think you're beautiful. I love what you do. I love the platform that you have and everything that you do to promote what you're working on and social justice reform. Love you for all of that. Couldn't love you more for winning your Emmy. Congratulations to Zendaya. I always told myself in my head that if I ever got any type of, you know, celebrity platform, that is immediately who I would go after. Because, you know, Shawty, we the same age, so shoot or shoot. That's all I'm saying. Can't shoot if you ain't in the gym. I just put it out there. This was also the blacks, as we call ourselves, or I call us, set a record at the Emmys for winning seven Emmys. I think that's seven. Seven. I don't know how many awards are given out throughout the night, but 7. I'm just gonna leave it at that. I may say it later on in the episode. 7. And you'll know what I'm talking about. 7. You know what 7 plus 7 is? 14. So iPhone decided to release a new update, and it looks very Android-ish. The last Android that I had was the Samsung Galaxy S6, and I like the phone. I honestly, the main reason I got an iPhone is, well, first of all, I got bullied into getting an iPhone because my friends used to make fun of my Snapchats because I would be in the car, and I see it now for my friends that have Androids on Snapchat or Instagram or whatever. Their videos, there's a delay. I really don't know why. I'm curious to know why. There's a delay between the video and the audio. So the audio comes before the video. So it looks like whatever you're saying is behind. And it's not only if you're like playing music and you're like jamming out, singing whatever song it is, it's when you're recording too, when you're recording your own video. And I don't get it. Like, what technology does iPhone have that Androids don't have? It just don't make sense to me. But that's neither here nor there. Like I said, I got bullied into getting an iPhone. It's what I'm shooting on now. But this new update, people are going crazy with their backgrounds and their apps and their, like little widgets and everything. I started to do it and I spent about 30 minutes. I was like, I'm not doing it anymore. I saw a couple videos on TikToks of people changing their little app icons and everything. I was like, I just don't have the time for that. You are out of your mind if you think I'm going to go here and go here and go here. I saw a video. I'm gonna give credit to Elite Oliver on TikTok. How's that room looking? How are your grades looking? All of them hours that you spent redoing your home screen and your background and your app icons, all this little what's it called? Time management and organizational skills that you got. Why don't you go put that to use somewhere else, right? That's all I gotta say. Speaking of 14, we're gonna go back to 7. And I wanted to get a Mount Rushmore from you guys. We are going to do a Mount Rushmore of childhood snacks. I wanted to do this because the other day I sent a Snapchat out to a couple of my friends and I said I keep that thing on me, and I had an Uncrustable. Finish that thing. I take them on my drives and they make the drive shorter. There's never a bad time with an Uncrustable is what I'm saying. But have me thinking, what would a Mount Rushmore of childhood snacks look like to me and to you all? Let me know in the comments on Instagram. You can DM me. I'd love to chit-chat it up with y'all. But I'm going to give you my 4. You can judge me if you want to. 3 of them are going to be fruit snacks. I'm just going to let that out the gate right now. But the first one, number 1, not going anywhere, is Little Bites by Little Debbie. And I will fight anybody. Blueberry muffins are the best pastry that you could ever make. It's hard to get the consistency right, but their muffins be hitting every time. Me and my friend Austin used to roll up into geometry class at 7 in the morning in high school. He would bring the Little Bites and the Gatorade, and I would bring the Pop-Tarts, and we'd co-mingle. It'd be a great time. We didn't do any math in there. That was the only math we did. You give me 2 Little Bites, I'll give you 1 Pop-Tart and a Gatorade. I was making deals. Number 2, the Scooby-Doo fruit snacks. Now, I know what you're thinking. Why couldn't they just be, like regular fruit snacks? No. The Scooby-Doo fruit snacks hit differently. It was something about the consistency of them, and like you got a little bit of Daphne, a little bit of Velma. Maybe you could throw a Fred in there. I don't know. Maybe I read this tweet one time that said the little animal crackers only tasted good because they were shaped like animals, and When I was younger, I used to bite the heads off of the off of the snack and throw the bodies away. It's neither here nor there. It's not cannibalism because they're, little molds. They're not actual dinosaurs. Anyways, number 3 on my Mount Rushmore is going to be fruit roll-ups. Only for the sole purpose of they could give you the tattoo on the tongue. And the tattoo on the tongue only lasts about 10-15 minutes. But, look what I got. There's nothing better than running around as a kid and being like, look what I got on my tongue. We all just spitting, throwing saliva everywhere. Last but not least, Gushers. Don't really know why they made it to the Mount Rushmore of childhood snacks. I used to like a lot of weird snacks as kids, like yogurt and raisins. Judge me if you want to. Raisins belong in cereal. Put some raisins in Frosted Flakes and come back to me. I promise you, it's going to change your life. Whoever decided to put raisins in milk, thank you. I'll send you some money if you want, but I appreciate you because my mind doesn't work like that when it comes to food. I need suggestions from other people like, hey, try this with this, or pair this with this. And I work at a restaurant. I'm supposed to be the one giving advice. Whoever thought, fries and ice cream and celery and peanut butter, raisins in milk. I stand for it. I'm here for it. I appreciate y'all's time. This has been nothing but nonsense. Well, a little bit of nonsense, a little bit of facts. Thank you all for tuning in to another episode of Wave of the World Podcast. I've been your host, Jacob Bodega. Sign up for the Patreon. You get exclusive content. You get early content. You get early access to things like merch. You can join for as little as $2 a month. Less than the price of a pack of gum. Go out and do it. Go out and be great. Love you. Thank you. Peace. Thanks for listening. I appreciate all of your support. If you enjoyed this episode, please like, share, and subscribe. You can find me here at Wave of the World Podcast on YouTube. You can also find me on any podcast platform. If you have any questions, thoughts, or suggestions, please send them to waveoftheworld19@gmail.com. And this beat is provided by Terminal Beats.